What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubeverse? I am back with my fish tank. As you can see, it's nice and cleared out, but we do have another problem. Now that it's cleared out and the light's been able to hit and do what it wants to, had a bit of an algae issue, and it's kind of eaten up some of the plants and stuff. Also, the snails and stuff. That's glare. Well, that's not fun. So let's go back to here. Sorry, back over here. Yeah. So glareage. No, that's not fun. There, that's the angle we want. Yeah, so the snails, they're all gone. So my concern is, not all of them, we have a couple of like little bladder snails still out, but I did see the ram's horns and the trumpet snails. They started getting this algae and stuff all over them, and I think a bunch of them didn't make it through the algae attack, and what that caused is an issue with gases and stuff to start breaking away. So I got this soot and stuff. This is mostly broken down plant matter and stuff like that. Maybe some leftover waste and so on. So we're going to clear some of this out. Try to see if we can brush off some of the stuff on these leaves and plants and whatnot. And I will leave some of that beneficial algae in the back and everything for now. I usually do not scrape algae off the back glass. That's why you see those splotches back there on the back. That's on purpose. My front viewing glass is nice and clear. But what we got going on is just a big old mess, man. Big old mess. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. What I've done for my Anacharis is they are sleeping up on top of this bed here. Trying to get it so that they're away from all the soots and stuff. Scraped them a little bit very gently, very gently run your finger across, trying to get anything algae-wise off of them. But they're pretty much in this recovering, close to the top of the water. Oxygen is most plentiful up towards the top of the water. So we're going to try to keep these guys going because they're nice and long and look real nice until this stuff kind of darkened it. And I'm letting you guys know about this because if you remember, I had that bacteria blown up in my tank. Very, very foggy. And I was keeping track on that and what was going on with that. So let me go ahead, do some quick cleanups on this and show you what the before and after is going to be. Alright, you guys are about to see the dirty side of the fish keeping hobby, especially when you have the natural tank thing like I do. So be warned, some nasty stuff about to come up. You don't like seeing nasty stuff. Skip along or something, but reality's reality, so check this out. So I kicked up some of that stuff and moved things around. You can see the debris is just all over the place, and even to the fact that my reflection's coming in real good. What's up, me? All this black soot kind of kicked up and everything. This is not just the dirt alone. This is a combination of broken down plant matter, a little bit of fish doo-doo, and all that stuff. But it's already coming down and clearing up real good. I turned the bubblers on to kind of help it process and do. Because when I did kick this stuff up, I also unleashed a little bit of gases and stuff that were trapped between plants and the schmutz, the dirt and all that. And when doing so, I want to try and put as much oxygen going through the water to help these guys out, acclimate to these gases getting out of there real quick. Partial water change will be due as soon as this stuff starts to settle as well. You can even see I have some plants that are still kind of like kicking around, some of the duckweed. Duckweed is very fast growing and normally very voracious, and I just put this into my tank recently, but because of the parameters and things of what happened, I am trying to fight a little bit of that algae grabbing onto the roots there. So I can get more duckweed, but I want to get this in check first before introducing many more plants. As you can guys see, as this water's clearing, I do have a lot of Java moss, and I kind of unburied a good bundle of it already, trying to get stuff going. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I pulled out and things too. Reality of natural fish tank kind of thing, So as I was telling you, I was very correct in my statement. A lot of the snails did suddenly go. I think they got hit with an algae, and because snails can't really grab algae off of them, it kind of overtook them and took them out. Also went ahead and took out some of my pieces. This is not from the tank. I was using this to clean the tank. These kind of non-anything on them sort of sponge things that are similar to your magic erasers or anything are very, very good for cleaning tanks. But my stuff, I forgot I even had this in the tank. It's been back there, buried and stuff, so pulled out some ornaments. I'm going to rearrange the tank a bit and kind of set it up so it looks new and everything, because I do want to keep the surface area for good bacteria, and also this kind of gruff wood is great for the shrimp. I have ghost shrimp in there still, as you guys might have seen in that murk. So let me show you real quick. If they were kind of out and about, I know they were kicking around. Even now it's clearing, we might be able to see them. I mean, you guys know they're here. Give me a sec. We might be able to see them in a bit. And as soon as I say that, there's one little guy kicking around right there. Where you see one, there's usually a few more hiding around not too far away. But these guys have been wonderful for my tank for so many years. There we go, and as we can see, I know we still got glare and stuff. I'll show a little bit at the end of tonight as well. But cleared it out, rearranged some of the wood rock pieces and things like that. And I pushed a bunch of that moss over there to that side. I might bring a few more plants or something in, but the fish seem to be enjoying the new clear waters. They're actually swimming around in the middle and stuff a lot more together, rather than hanging out up there and trying to stay towards the top. So thankfully what I did helped clear out and do a lot of stuff. I still have some schmutz down there that needs to be cleared up, but mostly what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to try and let the plants do their stuff. You can see I rearranged some plants, put some stuff along the wood pieces. Hopefully the moss will start growing around some stuff. And from there, let these little ghost shrimps and stuff take care of some things too. They're going to help out a lot. Since they're so cheap and they're so easy to pretty much transfer around if I needed to move them or anything, I will probably grab a few more just because it'll help, you know, with the genetics and, you know, new things. I still have my corridoras and the guppy and all that in the tank. The coolie loaches were not doing too good from all the bloomage and something. They got sick too from everything, so you probably won't be seeing them anywhere in the tank right now. It's a big old bummer, and I'm not very happy about that. I had them for quite a few years, about 2 or 3, so, you know, it's a big bummer, and stuff like that happens. I try to catch it as quick as I can, but because they're bottom dweller, I don't know. But the water looks much better now, so I'm going to get that stuff I talked about and try and refresh it all so that the fish that are still in here do not have that happen to them. And that's a big bummer, and I'm not going to lie when stuff like that happens. I know a lot of people try to not talk about them kind of things, like it's, ooh, a big failure, you're a terrible fish taker, caretaker, whatever. That's not exactly true, man. Stuff happens, things go out of control, and I'm supposed to try to catch it as quick as we can. So I'm just glad I was able to do something for the rest of them. It's a big bummer. But as I said, with the snails and everything, when stuff is under the substrate and a bunch of them just kind of go across that rainbow bridge, all that stuff, the gases that break down from them get caught in the dirt and then break down into the tank. But things will be good. Show you the rest of this stuff tonight. I know it's a bit of an odd video, but tank is going to be okay and everything. It's just a bummer that I lost my coolie loach buddies, my noodles. You know, you can look back to when I first got them in a couple years ago with my recordings. They'll be missed, man. It's a big bummer. But, you know, you take it in stride. You got to. You love them the best you can. With that, I'll see you guys in a little bit. And then just to give you the nighttime view of the tank after everything's said and done, you can see how clear it is when the lighting's right and everything. Got no glare coming back my way or any of that. Everything has cleared up pretty good, as you can see. And hopefully these plants do all right as well. I didn't add anything new yet. I did put a bunch of the Seachem Prime in. I said I was going to get that. This stuff can help reduce ammonia and nitrate levels, which is nitrates as well, nitrites, all that, which is the byproduct of all that stuff getting kicked up by all those snails that got caught by that algae, like I was saying earlier. But we cleared it out. We got the plants going. Hopefully they'll start bouncing back and growing in with the algae now taken in that bay. And that back algae stuff is not the whitebeard algae that caused the problems either. It's a different type of stuff. Yeah, while Rorschach is here eating his stuff up and everything, you know where the fish tank is at and what's going on. What's he going to, you wonder? Oh, is this a new carrot? Because probably the old carrot looks like that, and that's what it's supposed to look like. One of his favorite toys. Look at the difference. But the fish tank's doing good, as you can see. I wanted to do a video on that, let you guys know what was up with it. I don't do a lot about it and everything, because during the bacterial bloom, while I try to show it and talk about it, got a lot of people saying my tank is dirty. I know people were actually just trying to hate on me for it, but that's what happens when you have a tank. They go through bloomages. They go through recycles. Just got to be ready for it and know how to take care of it. And if you saw how it was then to how clear it is now with the tannins and everything, you would know.
I do know how to take care of my fish tanks. It's just unexpected things can happen, especially when you're working with natural stuff like plants and things. So I thought you guys might enjoy that. Thank you so much for all your support and everything. I've had so much fun making these videos, and I'm always trying new things and trying different formats of stuff. Well, the way I present them, the way I do, the way I talk to my animals, that's not going to change. So thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace out.